Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wingcat Sports, and it's our weekly Tigers breakdown. Again, not much out of the Tigers as we likely expect them to play, but they did start the week with a win, beat the Marlins 6-5, and then they ended up losing the next two games 1-0 and 2-0. So, I mean, you could have spread that offense out a little bit, I guess, and ended up winning a couple more games, but, it's how the Tigers have been playing.
They're wasting too many good pitching performances. Like I said, this could have been a really, really big week for us.
Could have.
And got us back to being above 500 a few games. Losing to the Marlins like that was not acceptable. You got to score some runs. We pitched our butts off, and we've been doing that all year. We just have to start hitting the ball. We got to find some way of getting these runs in.
Yeah, I mean, and then you went to the Diamondback series, and your offense showed up the first game. You won 13-0. Your offense showed up the second game, won 6-3, and then you lost today 6-4. A controversial call at home plate. It seemed like we were eating out, so I couldn't hear what was going on, but it looked like it was a close play at home from Kerry Carpenter.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you end up winning that series. You kind of just go 300 through the week, or 500 through the week, win 3, lose 3. And now you're ending up going into a bigger week against a couple decent teams in the Royals and Blue Jays. But, I mean, you got to be playing better than what you are more consistently and not just show up one game a series.
Right. I mean, I wasn't disappointed that, because we won the Diamondback series. They played well. But those two games against the Marlins, I mean, you played weak teams this week, and you really could have at least got a cushion.
Yes.
And that's what you need to do when you play teams like this, because I never understand the Royals, if they're going to suck or not, or
Right.
this year they don't seem to suck.
No, they do not.
So I mean, they're going to be a tough matchup. We got to try to win that series. The next two series, we got to try to win these games. Start putting some stuff together and some hits and runs. I mean, our pitching seems to be there. It's not always going to be, but we need to, if we're going to do anything this year, if we're going to be in this race in August, we need to start hitting.
Yeah. I mean, you have your two teams this week. You're facing the Royals, who are 29-19. You're in KC, and then you're going to play the Blue Jays, who are 20-25. You're kind of struggling to also get their bats going, like we have, where we haven't really got our big guys going. They haven't gotten their big guys going yet. So I mean, you got to at least win that Blue Jays series and try to not get swept by the Royals. Basically, go 3-3 again this week.
I still think are the Royals just playing above themselves?
I don't know.
Are they this good? What the heck? I mean, I don't know about you, but I predicted them to be close to the bottom in the division.
I also thought they would be
before
bottom.
The season started. So I don't know what hell happened. I mean, that they're suddenly good.
But it's going to come down to if they can at least stay at 500 for as long as they can until they can pick up. I mean, Torkelson, his bat is slowly waking up to what we wanted. I think a good, pleasant surprise from our call-ups has been Wenceel Perez, who's been hitting some home runs and then also playing stellar defense while Parker Meadows tries to figure himself out in the minors. And then you just got to hope that your offense just wakes up at some point.
Yeah.
Because your big guys have been staying asleep.
I mean, we can't really complain about this team. We didn't think they were going to do great. We thought they'd be around 500, hopefully a little over 500. And that's where they're at. That's what they're doing. It's just frustrating to see the pitching do so well, and you can't get any runs. I mean, it's just
awful. Right now you're seeing 6.5 games back of Cleveland, assuming that either a game's not being played or it's been played and then just not done yet. But
where are
6.5 games
as far as team batting average?
Team batting average
or whatever.
Well, like a team stat. Let's go with a.
I would guess they have to be.
Well, your leading wise batting average player is Riley Green with a 249. That's the best batting average.
How are we batting compared to everybody else? I got to think we're bottom 5.
I would have to think if I could actually pull up a average for the whole entire team, as it's not going to let me pull up I could get an average for the whole entire team. We have an average of 234 throughout the whole team. That is your batting average. So take that as you will. I mean, we got a few players on our team that are batting below 200. Colt Keith, who everyone thought was going to be playing great this year, is batting a 197.
But the thing with Colt Keith is he's the type of player where they need to just pat him on the back, give him all the encouragement in the world, and just say, dude, figure it out. You got this year. We're not going anywhere, and you're not in any danger. And just work on your game and get better. And I think that kid will develop into a good player. They just got to work with him and give him the opportunity. But it's going to take a while. Jake Rogers, look at him.
Yeah, he's batting a 189. They sent Parker Meadows down. He's batting a .096.
Is he still batting that in Toledo?
I hope
we'll
not.
See him we won't see him.
Javier Baez is batting a 209.
Zach McKinstry, better than I thought he would be.
Zach McKinstry's batting a 206. That's probably why he hasn't been playing as much. Like, you got to get more towards that 225 at least for majority of your batters, which you are not like far away from that with a lot of the guys, but you just got to be better. Gary Carpenter actually has a higher batting average than Riley Green.
Out what happened to Parker
276. Meadows. So Parker Meadows just maybe he wasn't ready. He had a good call up last year, and he just wasn't ready to firmly be up here.
Out what he's doing in Toledo.
But that's just been the problem. But Torkelson's bat's been waking up slowly. I mean, he's been hitting a few more home runs, but it's just not.
Yeah, he's been a huge disappointment so far.
But this year, it hasn't been what we needed him to be, and it's been a problem.
Right, it is big problem. Like I said, we got to hope these bats warm up, and we're not really expecting Baez to do anything, but to get better out that much. But if he can bat around 230, I guess that would be okay. But we got to, the other guys who we counting on, like Torkelson, they got to start coming through.
Now, there ain't that much time left in this month, right? If we could stay around 500, obviously we'd be happy. I'll be happy with around 500.
Ecstatic.
They got, after the Blue Jays series, they have 4 more games. They have a 4-game series against the Blue Jays, so they have 7 games this week, really. So if you could split the Blue Jays, that would be better.
They need to go 4-3, 5-2 at least. They have to. You just got to keep looking at it.
Because after that Blue Jays series, you got a 2-game set against the Pirates, and then you face the Red Sox going into June. So
are the Red Sox any good this year?
The Red Sox are currently 23 and 24. So
they're
about
like
average.
They're like us, but they play in a much tougher division.
If you really want to care about where we're at amongst everybody, we are 1 game back actually of the wild card.
Like I said, it's still very early in the season. They got time to right the ship, and they're not horrible. They're above 500 still, right?
They're 500.
They are 500.
They're at 500, and I didn't expect us to be 1 game back of the wild card right now, technically.
Right. You know what? Like I said, this is what I don't think this is really anything we expected. This is where we thought they'd be. We just got excited they started out so well, and then now they've cooled down, and we got to hope they heat back up.
Yeah, but hopefully we have a good week this week. With all that being said, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, share the video around. And until next time, hope to see everybody soon.